Let's go this way. We're out of the search zone now. So that is... This is not the way. I don't think that's it up there. So then this way? Nope, we're outside of the search zone again. So it's got to be up this way. Maybe. And we're out of the search zone again. What the hell? So then maybe down here next to the road that way. My assumption was that we would just follow that trail. Bruh. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Ranger run. There was a deal here. There was like, we picked a bunch of stuff from here. Maybe? Is it up here in the... I'll be damned. I'll be gosh damned. That's where the little goat sound came from. It's a sheep. Watch your mouth. Save. That's hilarious. So we walked right around this place, like literally all around it, and never actually spotted it. This must be his refuse pile. That's where he poops, I guess. That is literally where he takes a dump. He's got a rag to wipe his butt with it. What's up, little guy? Eat from pot, it won't allow us to. Let's wash up before we talk to him. Goob said, shit. It's for shit. Hello? Hello? We're in a private area, it says. Do we have to like wait till morning? You know what? That's fine. We can do that. Sit. We got books to read, right? We'll sit right here. Then we'll have a conversation with them in the morning. Books. Aim and fire. Study. We're good. Scholarship went up and warfare went up. Marksmanship went up. Let's fucking go. All kinds of shit there. Close. Next up is master. This is for scholarship. So we're going to actually get double XP for scholarship out of this one. Because you get scholarship for reading books, and this one also levels up your scholarship. That's 4 hours for this one. Good Lord. That was a level 5 book then. Look at that. Scholarship. And we got a perk point for scholarship too, which we should probably, maybe go in and take right now because we can get extra. Honestly, I think scholarship ones are really, really good. So where is that scholarship? That is skills. Oh, right here. You can get more XP out of these. Fundamentals of medicine. Bandages will be 25% more effective. You'll recover faster when sleeping. No. When dealing with guards, your speech and charisma count will be 2 higher. Your total fine will be 20% lower. So I don't think any of these ones are actually going to be good for us right now. We took all the good ones so far. As long as you remain still, your energy and nourishment will reduce much, much slower. You will improve faster in houndsman and horsemanship skill because each will the experience goes up faster. Okay. So this one's at 14. The effect of healing potions will be 20% higher. We're at 17 right now. So 18 is our next one. The entire map is revealed, showing all settlements, fast travel spots, hunting grounds, caves, and other interesting places. Nice. And this one's also at 18. Reputation recovery for undertaking a penitential pilgrimage. What the fuck is that? Will be more effective And the buff from the first level of this perk will now last 24 game hours. So that is theology, this one. You'll be able to pray at shrines and crosses. I forgot about that one too. So this one's our next level. We get this one, but you also get another point at the next level. So let's take the one where we get double XP for this one right here for Houndmaster and Horsemanship. Because it's probably better to take that early. All right, next. Let's read another. Why don't you read a book? This one. I didn't see what this one was for. Bam. That was craftsmanship. Nice. And then that's all of our books read. Good job, everybody. We can probably put that away. All right, sir! Can we come in during the day? No. I feel like this is frowned upon. It's actually just, here, let's save and we're just going to go for it. And hope that he doesn't want to kill us. Hello, sir. All right. God be with you, hermit. I'm interested in your sword. I learned some strange things about you. Let's start with God be with you, hermit.
God be with you, hermit. I don't have time for you. Go away. Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming here and disturbing me. Can't I have a moment's peace?
Lost reputation there. I'm interested in your sword. I learned some strange things about you.
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy, hermit.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. They say you've made a pact with the devil and are summoning demons from hell.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such nonsense?
Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense.
Of course it is.
I found some charters of the Order of the Knights. I found a black horse. Start with a black horse.
A few nights ago, a herdsboy saw a black horseman ride into Apollonia. He thought it was an apparition, but I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia and wouldn't have spun round and round at the crossroads like a top.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse stabled in a pen here. In the woods below the rocks, a well-fed, healthy horse, black as charcoal. The man who rode on it wasn't an apparition, or the devil.
Why are you telling me all this? For God's sake! Stop this nonsense right now.
I found some charters of the Order of Knights.
I found some pretty interesting documents of the Order.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know anything about any documents.
Out with it, press.
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things going on around you for me to tell the bailiff. But you're in luck. All I'm after is that broken sword. So, come clean.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me.
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died some time ago.
That's what I thought.
Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
Yup, that's what I was thinking. What are you doing here? How did the hermit die?
Ambrose is dead, you say? How did it happen?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door when I found him.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not. Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member of the Order and an outstanding teacher.
What are you doing here? Ambrose was a member of the Order? Let's do that one.
Ambrose was a member of your Order.
More than a member. He was the
Seneschal.
Second in rank only to the Grand Master. He served the Order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague chapter and the Inquisition. Then he had to disappear. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late. All he managed to tell me was his last wish.
What was his last wish?
What was his last wish?
He wanted me to find a hiding place beneath the conciliatory cross where he'd hidden his past. He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead.
Aww.
I put the blade on his grave in place of a cross.
Interesting. Where can I find the hermit's grave? What are you doing here then?
What are you doing in the hermit's hut then?
Exactly.
Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the
Hiding
only
out.
person who could help me. That's why I came to see him.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people round these parts was you.
That was not my intention, believe me.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave. Will you tell me where I can find it?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all. It's no use to him now.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is if you fulfill Ambrose's last wish instead of me. I can't do it.
Why should I? I'm not your errand boy. All right, I suppose I can do that.
All right. What am I supposed to do?
Listen carefully then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
So we have to go to her first then.
You're back again? Have you forgotten we had an agreement? Honor your promise, and I'll give you that sword.
All right, cool. Cool. All right. So this got interesting, definitely. But I thought Ambrose offed himself is what I was thinking. That was my process of thought. And then this guy was the one that had messaged him saying, I'll meet you in our spot. And then yeah. And then just took over his identity. Yoink. Very interesting quest so far, though. I think this one's pretty dope. I'm enjoying this one quite thoroughly. Horsemanship went up. Look at perk points. Put them in your pocket. Carry them around with you. What is this? Something that must be explored. That's what it is. He's a fraud. He kind of is. But with good reason, it sounds like. I don't think it was any malicious intent in being a fraud, but he's definitely a fraud. Oh, it's just a good place to sleep. Actually, this is... How far are we away from the starting area? Well, I guess this isn't really the best, because there's a spot to sleep in right here. If you need somewhere to sleep, and you can sleep in the bed inside of this place, no, it's this place right here. You can sleep in the bed in here and not get in trouble for it. There ain't nothing in here, though. Interesting. Weird that there's nothing here. I feel like everything should have a story behind it now at this point. All right. Come on, girl. Let's go. All right. So we should definitely open up our inventory and look at this stuff. Horsemanship, we actually got 2. We're at 18. We have all of the perks unlocked now. So, isn't that right? 18? Yeah, we're at 18. 10, 14. Yeah. So some of these are prerequisites. You need night training, and Roadrunner for this one. So what do we have? We do have Roadrunner. Why ain't this? Oh, it's exclusive with Roadrunner. You can either take Roadrunner or Wall Rider. When riding off-road, your horse will consume 5% less stamina. Yeah. So we need night training to unlock all 3 of these. Melee attacks from horseback will cost you 15% less stamina and will be harder for enemies to unseat you. And then that would unlock rearing your horse frightens your enemies much more than before. I didn't know you could rear your horse. I guess you got to be behind him, right? If you charge into someone with a horse, their morale will drop significantly and they will be suddenly an easier opponent unless they run for the hills. Then into the fray, fully charged attacks made from saddle will be 20% stronger. If you spur your horse, it will recover more stamina than before. The rest of the effect remains the same. So this is Final Stretch 2. We have that one here. Your horse will consume stamina 10% slower while galloping. We want that one for sure. That's an easy one. Every enemy killed from the saddle increases your horse's morale, so it won't falter easily in battle. Well, we don't fight on horseback. That's one thing, though. But I feel like Knight's training unlocks so much, we definitely want that as our second point to unlock all the other stuff. Okay, next. Thievery. We did get another one for thievery. Master Thief, Inconspicuous. What was the one that we had one that we were going to take, right? Using one-hand weapons on its own will you will deal 10% more damage. The effect also applies to it when you wield a torch. Back alley skirmisher. When you're wanted for a crime, we didn't care about that one because we never get wanted because we don't get caught. The person you're robbing may not see you. And then there was Master Thief. You know what? Let's take this one. Back alley brawler. Whoops. And then we got craftsmanship. Thorough maintenance. Your gear will take 20% less damage. I think we want that one, right? Stolen weapons. That one's for better stolen, they lose their stolen shit 20% faster. We don't care about that because we put this stuff in our box. Don't keep it on us. And this is only while it's in your inventory. Keen Eye. This one seems pretty cool because it shows you what is stolen and what's not stolen in the region that you're in. So it'll be a gray hand if it's stolen, but they don't know it's stolen. A red hand if they know it's stolen. Helping Hand. Repairs by craftsmen will be 20% cheaper. Let's go with thorough maintenance. That one's pretty easy one right there. Drinking. This is new. We haven't explored any of the drinking. If you were meant to get a hangover while sleeping, now you won't. Plus, when you're drunk, all of the beds are 10% more comfortable, so you sleep like a king. Nightcap is what it's called. Under the influence of alcohol, you will be less likely to be injured by falling from a height because the patron saint of drinkers has protective hands over you. I think we'll just hold on to that point for now. We'll just hold on to that one. Combat skills. Oh my God, we got a bunch. Jesus, man. One-man army. When you are outnumbered in a fight, you deal 10% more damage. I think that's the one we're going to take. We got 2 points, right? I think we're taking this one for sure. All right, then head protection, 20% less damage when you have on a helmet. Rock solid in combat. You maintain a steady stance. Use that to your advantage. When you don't sprint or dodge for 10 seconds in battle, you gained plus 20 armor. Sprinting or dodging will cancel the buff. So then you have to wait another 10 seconds. Which, how often do we sprint? We do dodge, though. I do dodge a lot. Ironclad, the weight of your armor that you wear affects your speed and movement and... and how much stamina sprinting depletes. Using this perk, your armor will weigh you down 20 pounds less, thus having a lesser effect on your stamina. Neither the weight or... Yeah, so it doesn't affect your overall how much you can carry. It just treats it like you're wearing less. Knight in Shining Armor. When you wear plate armor, you gain a bonus to charisma, ranging from +1 to +4. I think that one's pretty good. Then that sort of makes it so that you can use your armor as another way of gaining charisma as well. But it's only 1 to 4. So it's only a bonus, though. I mean, you can't get negative from wearing plate armor. Not that I've seen. It always just adds this extra on top of what you're already wearing. Your attacks will be stronger and the more injured you are. The effect will work if you have 75% health or less. This one's pretty good, too. This one's pretty good. What up, Boogie? How are you? Happy Friday. What up, doll? What up, doll? I think we're going to take this one. All right, swords. We have swords finally getting up there a little bit. Whirlwind. If you fight with a short sword, not a hunting sword or saber, okay, Its defense will be 30% higher, and your attacks and blocks will cost you 20% less stamina. That one's pretty good. Cutting edge. If you cause bleeding with a saber attack, the target will bleed a quarter faster, making them easier to deal with. Cleaver. You know how to make good use of this and deal 15% more crush damage with hunting swords. Swordmaker's Wisdom. Your craftsmanship level will count as 3 levels higher during blacksmithing, and all sword-like weapons will get 25% less damage in combat. Okay, that one's pretty good. Well, a lot of these are pretty good, actually. After performing a sword combo or a master strike, you instantly regain some stamina and can attack again. If you successfully wound an opponent by a strike on an uncovered zone, it will be more difficult for the opponent to block your subsequent attacks. This one's actually pretty good too. Kind of, you get one hit in that leads to more hits. So it kind of like lowers the AI is what it sounds like. It lowers the AI of the enemy. Shit, man. I liked the Showtime one too because we do a lot of these now. And if we can attack immediately after doing a Master Strike, that's just more damage on more damage. But I also like the Swordmaster's Wisdom one too. This one's pretty dope. Let's do Swordmaster's Wisdom. Do that one. Heavy weapons. Sundering Blow. When you hit an enemy with a heavy weapon, their armor will count as 10 lower. Blunt Force Trauma. Every time you fully charge your attack with a heavy melee weapon, the attack will be 10% stronger. You deal 5% more damage with heavy weapons. Let's go with Blunt Force Trauma for that. I don't know what's considered a heavy weapon. Little defense. Experience gain. The higher your skill. It doesn't say what weapons are considered heavy. Oh, heavy weapons include clubs, maces, axes, and war hammers. Okay. So, yeah, I was going to say pole arms I would thought would be in there. Two-handed swords I thought would be in there, but no. Blocking while using a pole arm will be more easy, more effective, and will cost less stamina. Long reach, attacking with pole arms will cost you 10% less stamina. The strength and agility required to use pole arms is reduced by 3. I don't think we have to worry about that one now. I think we go with long reach. Unarmed. Sting like a bee. After your first 30 seconds in combat in which you are unarmed, your attacks will be 30% stronger and your stamina will recover 30% faster. 30% stronger is a lot. Start me up. After exiting a combo or master strike in unarmed combat. Wait, you can't. I thought you had to have a sword to master strike. After executing a combo or master strike in unarmed combat, you immediately regain some of your stamina back. Wait, what? I didn't think that was possible. Bring them on. If you defeat an opponent unarmed, your unarmed combo or combat skill will count as 3 more, and your stamina will recover 25% faster, making it easier to deal with. The effect lasts for 30 seconds. Kurzenfumpf. All attacks made during a clinch will be 10%. It would deal 10% more damage. If you fight against an opponent with a weapon, your unarmed combat skill counts as 5 higher. That one's pretty cool. Can you imagine just fighting everybody fisticuffs? There's no blocking though, right? Like you would have to then become very good at the perfect dodge. That's just basically you would have to perfect dodge. And I believe in agility. I think you can lower your perfect dodge. That one, I'm thinking of like a whole playthrough where you do nothing but fist fight everybody. A thought I had. Let's do this one. All attacks made in the clinch will deal 10% more damage. I'm thinking about the wording of this, and I'm wondering if this also counts for when you get in a clinch when you have a weapon as well. That's my thought on that one. That's why I want to take that one. Marksmanship. We have 2 more points for this. Amazing. Eagle Eye, that one's for slowing down time, right? But we were going to take Crippling Strike too. If you deal damage to an enemy with a ranged weapon, your stamina will regenerate their stamina will regenerate significantly slower, and their combat effectiveness will be further reduced. The negative effects will also last longer. I wanted to do that one. Or was it that one? Yeah, it was this one. And if you inflict a bleeding wound on an opponent with a crossbow bolt, bleeding will happen will be faster and stronger. Why does it got to be with a crossbow? Why can't that be with a bow? Your first gun shot. No, so we're going to go Eagle Eye then for the second point there. So now time will slow down. That's pretty dope. We have still 5 more points available. Jesus. We got 1 main level point. Heroic Vigor. Every level of Vitality adds 1 extra stamina point. The effect also applies retroactively. At the end of a fight, you gain a +2 to strength. Pacifist, as long as you don't kill anybody. That's not. Blood of Siegfried. In combat, you're far more resilient than a mere mortal. Your armor is just increased by 10. If your charisma is higher than 20, your armor is considered 15 higher. In towns and villages on the surrounded areas, you gain a +1 bonus to strength, agility, vitality, and speech. Is that exclusive with anything? No. This is exclusive with good nature. Good-natured. Criminal element. Criminal bands disappear a quarter... disappear a quarter faster. We don't get busted. It's easier for you to convince others the nice way, and you gain +2 to persuasion. Let's do this one. I think we're going to do that one. It's either that or the Heroic Vigor. Let's do good-natured. Thank you. All right, Strength. Thrasher. Charged attacks deal 5% more damage. Grand Slam, blunt damage, and melee weapons of all melee weapons is increased by 5%. Shield blocks, is that exclusive? That's required for Grand Slam 3. That's another 5%. So we have what? We only have 1 point. If we took that one, we could get that. But I mean, that's blunt damage. Maybe we just go blunt. Your strength will make it easier for you to win fights in the clinch because it will be harder for your opponent to react to your actions. Let's do that one. I'm thinking this one combined with the other one, we might be a little bit harder to kill in the clinch. Like we might be able to just fuck people up. Let's do that one. Agility. Viper. There's fitness 2 or finesse 2. How do we get to that one? We need 18. Oh, why don't we have it? Prerequisite finesse. Oh, I got to take this one. Slashing damage of all melee weapons is increased by 5%. Not what I thought it was going to be. Viper is piercing damage of all melee weapons is increased by 5%. Toten Tans, after performing a perfect dodge, a dodge in the window of a perfect block, you get 15% weapon attack bonus. Done. Don't wait. What's Nimble Stance? Dodges cost you 40% less. Oh, there's that one there too. That one's also good. I like both of these. Let's take Nimble Stance first. Our next one, we're going to take Toten Tans. Vitality. Revenant 2, your health will slowly recover up to 75 health points continuously. The effect does not apply if you are in combat or bleeding. That's really good. Revenant, is that a like the Revenant, the movie reference? Never surrender. If your health drops below 25 points during combat, you get 25 points on your armor, increasing your chance of survival. The effect lasts until your health raises above 25 points again, or until combat is over. Red Mist, when your health drops below 25 points during combat, you gain +3 bonus to strength and agility for a time, and your stamina regenerates 4 times faster. This one's really good as well. Your clothes and body will get dirty 20% slower. In addition, by washing at a tub, you get rid of all the dirt on your body. That one's also good. These are all really good. Washing in a tub or at a pier, taking a bath in a bathhouse will cure 10 points. That one we don't care about. Your energy will replenish slowly while doing alchemy, sharpening. I don't care about that one either. I wonder here. Revenant seems really good. I think we're going to start with Revenant. Those other ones are really good, though. And then we have one more, and that's in we're not worried about that one. Okay, finally. Jesus, I figured we'd go in and apply 1 point. I didn't realize we had so many points just sitting waiting. So you just do so much in the game, and you're always like progressing forward that you don't even realize.